Smoke drifting through the alleyways, rain falling somewhere behind the buildings. The old city look tired tonight. You walked out the side entrance slowly, black jacket catching neon reflections. Didn't say much at first, like your thoughts were still somewhere else. A couple argued near the liquor store, then disappeared into the fog. Funny how cities keep moving, even while people quietly fall apart inside them. You lit another cigarette calmly, watching headlights light across wet pavement. Some people wear sadness loudly, you carried yours like expensive silence. The strongest people usually look relaxed, because nobody sees what they survived already. Smoke through the alleyways tonight, blue neon underneath the rain light. Then somehow all the pressure faded once the bass rolled through the walls. Smoke through the alleyways slow, cold streets warmed up echoes. We came here to breathe a while, not explain ourselves again. The speakers inside sounded heavy, and now warm bass shaking old windows softly. A woman near the bar danced alone, like she trusted the music more than people lately. You told me peace became important recently, not because life got easier, but because chaos stopped feeling exciting after enough years around it. Honestly, I understood immediately. There's a certain exhaustion adulthood brings, where calmness starts feeling luxurious in ways younger people rarely notice yet. Slow through the alleyways tonight, wet streets glowing black and gold, and every conversation sounded honest. Once nobody tried to impress the room. Slow through the alleyways slow, heavy bass beneath the harbor glow. The city stayed cold outside, but the music made it survivable. Maybe healing doesn't always look beautiful. Maybe sometimes it just looks quieter. The bass kept rolling through the fog, long after the bar closed down. Rain kept tapping on the window, like it had something to say. The harbor looked half asleep, but nobody was going home yet. You stood outside the corner bar, coat pulled close against the weather, watching ships move in the distance, like they knew where they were headed. I asked if you were waiting on someone smiled and said not anymore, then looked back toward the water like that answer carried more. Some nights don't fix anything, they just make breathing easier. Rain against the harbor lights, cold streets, warm rooms, long nights, and somehow all the noise inside got quieter by the water. Rain against the harbor lights, you didn't have to say you were tired. I could see it in the way you stood, still trying to look alright. The speakers inside rode softly through the glass and cigarette smoke. People moved like they had nowhere better they needed to go. You told me work had been heavy, but said it like it was nothing. Some people carry whole storms and still make it look like weather. Rain against the harbor lights, cold streets, warm rooms, long nights, and somehow all the noise inside got quieter by the water. Rain against the harbor lights, your reflection split in blue and gold. For a minute we both looked peaceful before the morning got involved. Maybe that's what nights like this are for. Not escape, not answers, just somewhere soft to stand when life gets too loud. Against the harbor lights, too tired souls beneath dockside signs, and every little thing we hid felt less heavy for a while. Rain against the harbor lights, the city blurred beyond your eyes. Nothing changed, but something eased, and sometimes that's enough. Kept tapping on the windows, the harbor stayed awake. Rain kept tapping on the windows like it had something to say. The harbor looked half asleep, but nobody was going home yet. Outside the corner bar, coat pulled close against the weather, watching ships move in the distance like they knew where they were headed. I asked if you were waiting on someone. You smiled and said not anymore, then looked back toward the water like that answer carried more. Some nights don't fix anything, just make breathing easier. Rain against the harbor lights, cold streets, warm rooms, long nights, and somehow all the noise inside songs and still make it look like weather. Rain against the harbor lights, cold streets, warm rooms, long nights, and somehow all the noise inside got quieter by the water. Rain against the harbor lights, your reflection split in blue and gold. For a minute we both looked peaceful before the morning got involved. Maybe that's what nights like this are for. Not escape, not answers, just somewhere soft to stand when life gets too loud. And every little thing we hit felt less heavy for a while. Rain against the harbor lights, the city blurred beyond your eyes. Nothing changed, but something eased, and sometimes that's enough. Rain kept tapping on the windows. Harbor stayed awake. Smoke drifting through the alleyways, rain falling somewhere behind the buildings. The whole city looked tired tonight. You walked out the side entrance slowly, black jacket catching neon reflections. Didn't say much at first, like your thoughts were still somewhere else. A couple argued near the liquor store, then disappeared into the fog. Funny how cities keep moving, even while people quietly fall apart inside them. You lit another cigarette calmly, watching headlights slide across wet pavement. Some people wear sadness loudly, you carried yours like expensive silence. The strongest people usually look relaxed because nobody sees what they survived already. Smoke through the alleyways tonight, blue neon underneath the rain light, and somehow all the pressure faded once the bass rolled through the walls. Smoke through the alleyways slow, cold streets warmed up echoes. We came here to breathe a while, not explain ourselves again. The speakers inside sounded heavier now, warm bass shaking old windows softly. A woman near the bar danced alone, like she trusted the music more than people lately. You told me peace became important recently, not because life got easier, but because chaos stopped feeling exciting after enough years around it. Honestly, I understood immediately. There's a certain exhaustion adulthood brings, where calmness starts feeling luxurious in ways younger people rarely notice yet. Smoke through the alleyways tonight, wet streets glowing black and gold, and every conversation sounded honest. Once nobody tried to impress the room. Smoke through the alleyways slow, heavy bakes beneath the harbor glow. The city stayed cold outside, but the music made it survivable. Maybe healing doesn't always look beautiful. Maybe sometimes it just looks quieter. The bass kept rolling through the fog, long after the bar closed down. Oh, swallowed half the harbor tonight. The ships look like ghosts moving slowly. Cargo ships through the fog outside, low horns rolling across the water, the kind of sound that makes people reflective without understanding why immediately. You sat beside the heater quietly, watching rain collect against the glass. Some people grow softer with age, others just grow tired. I asked if you still think about the past often. You smiled and said, only when the night gets too quiet. And honestly, that felt human enough. Everybody carries old versions of themselves. Some just hide it better than others. Cargo ships through the fog tonight, cold rain beneath harbor lights, and somehow the city felt gentler once the bass rolled through the lounge. Cargo ships moving slow, warm records playing low. We don't need to solve everything to still enjoy being alive. Wow. A woman danced near the jukebox softly, like she forgot anybody else existed. Those are usually the people who actually understand music deeply. You told me adulthood surprised you, not because it was harder, but because nobody warned us how important peace would eventually become. Outside the harbor disappeared completely, fog swallowing cranes and dark lights hold. Still the music kept the room warm enough to make the weather feel beautiful instead of lonely. Cargo ships through the fog tonight, blue smoke and whiskey light, and every little thing we carried privately felt smaller beneath the speakers. Cargo ships through the darkness, slow, heavy dub pressure rolling low. Nobody pretending life was perfect, still everybody staying anyway. Baby, healing begins the moment you stop expecting life to feel simple. Cargo ships through the fog drifting, rainwater moving down old windows, and somehow the whole harbor breathes softer for a few good hours together. Cargo ships beyond the night, warm base against cold skies. Nobody rushing toward tomorrow, yet nobody breaking the calm atmosphere. The fog kept swallowing the harbor while the records played until morning. Cold rain outside, warm base inside. Sometimes that's enough to survive a week. Stayed restless outside, ships moving through fog and silence. Meanwhile the lounge felt protected somehow, like a temporary shelter from everything heavy. A friend called saying he felt exhausted lately, not physically, spiritually. And honestly, I think more people understand that now. The world moves too fast sometimes. That's why nights like this become important. Warm base beneath cold rain tonight, harbor lights and dim ball signs. And somehow everything inside me settled once the rhythm filled the room. Warm base rolling through the smoke, heavy blood pressure moving slow. Nobody asking for perfection, just someone peaceful enough to breathe. We sat beside the speakers quietly, watching rain race down the glass. Some people heal dramatically, others heal one calm night at a time. The bartender changed records carefully, old dub echoes filling the atmosphere. Nobody inside seemed fake anymore, just human and tired, honest ways. Outside the city kept moving loudly, but inside the bass softened everything, like music reminding people gently that survival can still feel beautiful sometimes. Warm bass beneath cold rain tonight, wet streets glowing blue and gold, and every little thing we carry privately felt lighter beneath the speakers. Warm bass through the harbor far, late night souls avoiding the clock. Nobody ready for morning yet, nobody wanting reality louder. Maybe peace isn't permanent, maybe it arrives in moments and asks us to notice carefully. Warm base beneath cold rain slowly, neon reflections across the city, and somehow the whole world softened for a few good hours together. Warm base till midnight, harbor air, smoke drifting everywhere. Nobody's solving life completely, still everybody surviving it gracefully. The rain kept falling beyond the windows, while the bass carried us into dawn. Pier 7 always look different after midnight, like the city stopped pretending for a few hours. After midnight on Pier 7, rain drifted sideways through the harbor wind. You pulled your jacket tighter, still refusing to go home too early. The speakers inside the dockside lounge roll heavy through the wooden walls, warm bass against cold weather, somehow making the whole night feel balanced. A couple laugh near the cigarette machine, like they forgot tomorrow existed briefly. Honestly, those little moments matter more now than all the loud nightlife people post online. Some places become special quietly, without trying to advertise themselves constantly. After midnight on Pier 7 tonight, cold harbor air and neon lights, and somehow the whole city softened once the music took control of the room. After midnight, beside the docks, warmed up pressure around the clock. Nobody trying to become somebody else for a few good hours together. You told me you stopped chasing chaos after realizing peace feels better on the body. That line sounded simple at first, then wiser the longer I thought about it. A woman near the window danced slowly, smoke curling through amber lighting. The whole lounge moved carefully tonight, like nobody wanted to ruin the atmosphere. Outside, cargo cranes disappeared into fog, blue reflections shaking across the water. The harbor carried this beautiful sadness that somehow made people gentler instead of colder. After midnight on Pier 7 tonight, rain against old dockside signs, and every conversation felt more honest, with the bass rolling underneath it all. After midnight, beneath harbor skies, wet pavement glowing black and gold, nobody rushing toward tomorrow yet, nobody wanting the feeling to end. The best nights rarely feel dramatic, they just feel real enough to remember later. After midnight on Pier 7, slowly, heavy bass beneath cold sea air, and somehow the whole harbor relaxed, like the city finally exhaled deeply. After midnight, beside the water, neon reflections growing softer. For a little while life felt lighter, without changing at all. Rain moved quietly across the pier, while the records rolled toward sunrise. The whole room changed once the bass got heavier, like everybody remembered why they came out tonight. Girls dancing beside the speaker slowly, gold dually catching red neon light. Nobody moving like they needed attention, just feeling the rhythm naturally. You leaned against the back wall quietly, watching the room instead of performing for it. That kind of confidence always stands out, especially in cities built on pretending. Rainwater rolled down the windows, blurring harbor lights into long reflections. Everything looks cinematic tonight, without anybody forcing the atmosphere. Some nights become memorable simply because nobody ruined them trying too hard. Girls dancing beside the speakers tonight, warm bass underneath cold city lights, and somehow all the pressure disappeared the second the drum settled in. Girls dancing through cigarette smoke, blue neon and heavy dub echoes. Nobody asking complicated questions, just disappeared back into the crowd. The harbor attracts certain kinds of people, the ones trying to outrun their thoughts gracefully. You said life feels easier lately, now that you stopped explaining yourself constantly. Honestly, I respected that immediately. Peace really does become attractive eventually. The bartender poured whiskey slowly, old reggae records stacked behind him. The whole lounge smelled like rain and smoke, and years people rarely talk about directly. Girls dancing beside the speakers tonight. Rain outside, warm rooms inside, and every little thing we carried all week felt lighter beneath the basslines. Girls dancing through harbor fog, late night souls avoiding the clock. Nobody ready for reality yet, nobody wanting the music lower. The best kind of nightlife doesn't drain your spirit afterward. Girls dancing beside the speaker slowly. Neon reflections across the floor. And somehow the whole room relaxed, without anybody needing to say why. Girls dancing through midnight smoke, warmed up pressure rolling low. For a few good hours together, everything finally felt balanced. The bass kept shaking the harbor walls long after midnight passed us by. The rain made the whole city glow differently, like sadness with good lighting. Neon reflections stretching across wet streets, taxi lights bleeding into puddles. You stood beneath the station awning, watching midnight trains arrive half empty. I asked if you were heading home. You laughed softly and said, I'm still figuring out where that is lately. And somehow that line stayed with me. Some nights make strangers honest quickly, maybe because darkness feels less judgmental. Or maybe people just get tired of carrying everything alone. Everybody wants peace eventually, even the people pretending they don't care. Neon reflections on wet streets tonight, cold rain beneath harbor lights, and somehow the whole city felt softer once the music settled into it. Neon reflections moving slow, blue smoke and amber glow. We don't need perfect lives tonight, just somewhere warm enough to stay a while. Cargo ship sounded somewhere distant, blow horns drifting through the rain. The whole harbor carried this loneliness that somehow felt comforting instead of empty. You wrapped both hands around your drink like you were protecting warmth itself. I think people do that emotionally too, after enough disappointment. The bartender played old dub records quietly, warm bass rolling through the lounge. Nobody inside seemed fake anymore, just tired in honest ways. Neon reflections on wet streets tonight, city rays just teach you how to slow down properly. Neon reflections on wet streets drifting, harboring past midnight windows, and for once nobody needed answers to still enjoy the atmosphere. Neon reflections in your eyes, blue and gold against the night. The city kept moving around us, but we finally stopped rushing inside it. Rain rolled across the harbor slowly, while the speakers hummed beneath it. The last ferry moved across the dock, slow enough to calm the whole street. We sat on the hood of your car, watching headlights pass the pier. You said you don't chase people anymore. If they leave, you let them disappear. That sounded cold for a second, then honest after it's settled. Some lessons don't make you bitter, they just make you more careful. Peace starts looking different after enough wrong rooms. Midnight ferries crossing slow, warm bass through the radio. We don't need to talk too much, some nights already understand us. Midnight ferries, city glow, let the cold wind come and go. We made it through another week, that alone feels like something. A woman laughed outside the lounge, gold hoops shining in the rain. Everybody looked expensive in that tired harbor way. You turned the volume higher, not to drown out what we felt, just to give the silence rhythm, so it didn't sit too heavy by itself. Midnight ferries crossing slow, warm bass through the radio. We don't need to talk too much, some nights already understand us. Midnight ferries, dark side lights, cold and calm eyes. The world can keep its pressure, we're not carrying it tonight. Real freedom isn't always loud, sometimes it's just not explaining yourself to people who never listened anyway. Midnight ferries to the fog, old wounds sleeping like tired dogs. And for once the city didn't ask anything more from us. Midnight ferries, heavy air, you lean back without a care, and the whole night moved slow, like it knew we needed that. The last ferry disappeared, but the water kept glowing. Pier 7 always looked different after midnight. Like the city stopped pretending for a few hours. After midnight on Pier 7, rain drifted sideways through the harbor wind. You pulled your jacket tighter, still refusing to go home too early. The speakers inside the dockside lounge rolled heavy through the wooden walls, warm bass against cold weather, somehow making the whole night feel balanced. A couple laughed near the cigarette machine, like they forgot tomorrow existed briefly. Honestly, those little moments matter more now than all the loud nightlife people post online. Some places become special quietly, without trying to advertise themselves constantly. After midnight on Pier 7 tonight, cold harbor air and neon lights, and somehow the whole city softened once the music took control of the room. After midnight beside the docks, warmed up pressure around the clock, nobody trying to become somebody else for a few good hours together. You told me you stopped chasing chaos after realizing peace feels better on the body. That line sounded simple at first and wiser the longer I thought about it. A woman near the window danced slowly, smoke curling through amber lighting. The whole lounge moved carefully tonight, like nobody wanted to ruin the atmosphere. Outside, cargo cranes disappeared into fog, blue reflections shaking across the water. The harbor carried this beautiful sadness that somehow made people gentler instead of colder. After midnight on Pier 7 tonight, rain against all dark side signs, and every conversation felt more honest, with the bass rolling underneath it all. After midnight beneath harbor skies, wet pavement glowing black and gold, nobody rushing toward tomorrow yet, nobody wanting the feeling to end. The best nights rarely feel dramatic, they just feel real enough to remember later. After midnight on Pier 7, slowly heavy bass beneath cold sea air, and somehow the whole harbor relaxed, like the city finally exhaled deeply. After midnight beside the water, neon reflections growing softer. For a little while life felt lighter, without changing at all. Rain moved quietly across the pier, while the records rolled towards sunrise. The whole room changed once the bass got heavier, like everybody remembered why they came out tonight. Girls dancing beside the speaker slowly, gold jewelry catching red neon light. Nobody moving like they needed attention, just feeling the rhythm naturally. against the back wall quietly, watching the room instead of performing for it. That kind of confidence always stands out, especially in cities built on pretending. Rainwater roll down the windows, blurring harbor lights into long reflections. Everything looks cinematic tonight, without anybody forcing the atmosphere. Some nights become memorable simply because nobody ruined them trying too hard. Girls dancing beside the speakers tonight, warm bass underneath gold city lights, and somehow all the pressure disappeared the second the drum settled in. Girls dancing through cigarette smoke, blue neon and heavy dub echoes. Nobody asking complicated questions, just letting the music carry the night. A woman with silver eyeliner smiled briefly, then disappeared back into the crowd. The harbor attracts certain kinds of people, the ones trying to outrun their thoughts gracefully. You said life feels easier lately, now that you stopped explaining yourself constantly. Honestly, I respected that immediately. Peace really does become attractive eventually. The bartender poured whiskey slowly, or reggae records stacked behind him. The whole lounge smelled like rain and smoke, and yes, people rarely talk about directly. Girls dancing beside the speakers tonight, rain outside, warm rooms inside, and every little thing we carried all week felt lighter beneath the basslines. Girls dancing through harbor fog, late night souls avoiding the clock. Nobody ready for reality yet, nobody wanting the music low. The best kind of nightlife doesn't drain your spirit afterward. Girls dancing, girls dancing, girls dancing. Girls dancing beside the speakers slowly, neon reflections across the floor, and somehow the whole room relaxed without anybody needing to say why. Girls dancing through midnight smoke, warmed up pressure, rolling low for a few good hours together. Everything finally felt balanced. The bass kept shaking the harbor walls. Long after midnight passed us by. Cold rain outside, warm bass inside. Sometimes that's enough to survive a week. Warm bass beneath cold rain tonight, blue neon glowing through the windows. You look calmer than usual, like the music finally slowed your thoughts down. The harbor stayed restless outside, ships moving through fog and silence. Meanwhile the lounge felt protected somehow, like a temporary shelter from everything heavy. A friend called saying he felt exhausted lately, not physically, spiritually. And honestly, I think more people understand that now. The world moves too fast sometimes. That's why nights like this become important. Warm bass beneath cold rain tonight, harbor lights and dim bar signs, and somehow everything inside me settled once the rhythm filled the You sat beside the speakers quietly, watching rain race down the glass. Some people heal dramatically, others heal one calm night at a time. The bartender changed records carefully, old dub echoes filling the atmosphere. Nobody inside seemed fake anymore, just human in tired, honest ways. Outside the city kept moving loudly, but inside the bass softened everything, like music reminding people gently that survival can still feel beautiful sometimes. Warm bass beneath cold rain tonight, wet streets glowing blue and gold, and every little thing we carried privately felt lighter beneath the speakers. Warm bass through the harbor fog, late night souls avoiding the clock. Nobody ready for morning yet, nobody wanting reality louder. Maybe peace isn't permanent, maybe it arrives in moments and asks us to notice carefully. Warm bass beneath cold rain slowly, neon reflections across the city, and somehow the whole world softened for a few good hours together. Warm bass through midnight harbor air, smoke drifting everywhere. Nobody solving life completely, still everybody surviving it gracefully. The rain kept falling beyond the windows, while the bass carried us into dawn. The last ferry moved across the dock, slow enough to calm the whole street. We sat on the hood of your car, watching headlights pass the pier. You said you don't chase people anymore, if they leave you let them disappear. That sounded cold for a second, then honest after it settled. Some lessons don't make you bitter, they just make you more careful. He starts looking different after enough wrong rooms. Midnight ferries crossing slow, warm bass through the radio. We don't need to talk too much, some nights already understand us. Midnight ferries, city glow, let the cold wind come and go. We made it through another week, that alone feels like something. A woman laughed outside the lounge, gold hoops shining in the rain. Everybody looked expensive in that tired harbor way. You turned the volume higher, not to drown out what we felt, just to give the silence rhythm, so it didn't sit too heavy by itself. Midnight ferries crossing slow, warm bass through the radio. We don't need to talk too much, some nights already understand us. Midnight ferries, dark side lights, cold hands, calm eyes. The world can keep its pressure, we're not carrying it tonight. Real freedom freedom isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just not explaining yourself to people who never listen. Anyway, midnight ferries through the fog, old wounds sleeping like tired dogs. And for once the city didn't ask anything more from us. Midnight ferries, heavy air, you lean back without a care, and the whole night moves slower, like it knew we needed that. The last ferry disappeared, but the water kept glowing. The rain made the whole city glow differently, like sadness with good lighting. Neon reflections stretching across wet streets, taxi lights bleeding into puddles. We stood beneath the station awning, watching midnight trains arrive half empty. I asked if you were heading home. You laughed softly and said, I'm still figuring out where that is lately. And somehow that line stayed with me. Some nights make strangers honest quickly, maybe because darkness feels less judgmental, or maybe people just get tired of carrying everything alone. Everybody wants peace eventually, even the people pretending they don't care. Neon reflections on wet streets tonight, cold rain beneath harbor lights. And somehow the whole city felt softer once the music settled into it. Neon reflections moving slow, blue smoke and amber glow. We don't need perfect lives tonight, just somewhere warm enough to stay a while. A cargo ship sounded somewhere distant, low horns drifting through the rain. The whole harbor carried this loneliness that somehow felt comforting instead of empty. You wrapped both hands around your drink like you were protecting warmth itself. I think people do that emotionally too. After enough disappointment, the bartender played old dub records quietly, warm bass rolling through the lounge. Nobody inside seemed fake anymore, just tired in honest ways. Neon reflections on wet streets tonight, city rain and dim bar lights, and every little thing we carried felt lighter beneath the speakers. Neon reflections through the fog, late night souls avoiding tomorrow for a few good hours together. That felt enough somehow. Not every lonely night is tragic, some just across the harbor slowly, while the speakers hum beneath it. Swallowed off the harbor tonight. The ships look like ghosts moving slowly. Cargo ships through the fog outside. Low horns rolling across the water. The kind of sound that makes people reflective, without understanding why immediately. You sat beside the heater quietly, watching rain collect against the glass. Some people grow softer with age, others just grow tired. I asked if you still think about the past often. You smiled and said, only when the night gets too quiet. And honestly, that felt human enough. Everybody carries old versions of themselves. Some just hide it better than others. Cargo ships through the fog tonight. Cold rain beneath harbor lights. And somehow the city felt gentler once the bass rolled through the lounge. Cargo ships moving slow, warm records playing low. We don't need to solve everything, still enjoy being alive a while. A woman danced near the jukebox softly, like she forgot anybody else existed. Those are usually the people who actually understand music deeply. You told me adulthood surprised you, not because it was harder, but because nobody warned us how important peace would eventually become. Outside the harbor disappeared completely, fox swallowing cranes and dark lights hold. Still the music kept the room warm enough to make the weather feel beautiful instead of lonely. Cargo ships through the fog tonight, blue smoke and whiskey light. And every little thing we carried privately felt smaller beneath the speakers. Cargo ships through the darkness slow, heavy dub pressure rolling low. Nobody pretending life was perfect, still everybody staying anyway. Maybe healing begins the moment you stop expecting life to feel simple. Played until morning.